Hey there, happy Wednesday. Thank you for joining me here tonight for another craft night with friends. We are going to be working on the Granny Square Quilt, the back of the quilt. I got my little plan written out on a piece of fabric here, and I got all the measurements figured out, so we'll dig into that. We are going to turn this back into a large granny square, so that's going to be kind of fun. If you're new here, my name is Alyssa Thomas from Penguin and Fish, where we make cute embroidery kits for beginners, and I'm here every weeknight at 8:30 p.m. Central Time for live streaming on YouTube and Facebook, and I'm here for about an hour, and we work on projects from beginning to end so you can be part of the whole process along the way. So thank you so much for joining me. Let's get going tonight. All right, it's nice to see all y'all popping in here. Okay, so I took a photo of this and posted it in the Penguin and Fish Crafters group on Facebook if you wanted to see what the whole thing looks like before I chop it up. I'm a little sad about chopping it up. I actually do think it'd look nice like this with just a teal border around it. But now I'm set on doing this granny square. So let me just show you kind of what I'm talking about. This is the little sketch from last night. So we're going to cut it up and put it in this formation. So these will actually be really fun, busy blocks. We'll do like a red center. So it's kind of like this red. That's the center of what we used on the front granny squares. We'll do white in these four, and then the rest will be teal. And then we have enough that we can do corners. I'm actually going to be cutting this a whole lot smaller than I thought because the biggest blocks I could get out of it and still have like the 12 pieces was going to be way bigger than what we needed. So the front of the quilt is 71 inches, and if I would have done the biggest I could get out of here, it would be like 89 inches wide. So we are going to have a pile of this left over, which is fine. We will use it for something else. It'd be a great like tote bag or something. So we'll see. So I need to cut this into 11.5-inch squares. So that's what I'm going for. I'm going for 12 11.5-inch squares. And I'm going to try and preserve the size of this as well as I can. So I kind of figured that out too. We're going to, I'm going to cut the long way. So I'm going to fold this in half the long way and cut two pieces out, and then we can cut out a nice big chunk that we'll save. And then the other pieces will be cut from what's left. Yeah, zipper pouches galore. Exactly, Gretchen. All these extra bits can turn into zipper pouches. I still have this one behind me. This is an example of that. An old quilt block that we turned into a little zipper pouch the other day. So I don't have anything in here yet. It's still sitting here, but they all turn into something at some point. Okay, so I'm going to just... Let's see, I don't have a great way of doing this, but I'm going to take the long sides. I'm just going to put the long edges together. I do luckily have extra width and length if I mess this up. So we're just going to put it together, and I might actually put it together one more time, fold it together, and just deal with what we got going on here. Get it as straight as I can. But I'm going to want to cut two strips out of it, so I want to get it nice and looking flat as best I can. Okay, my ends are, I think, well enough together. Okay, let's do that fold again. I think that's actually fairly decent. Well, that wasn't as scary as I thought. I think I might actually rotate the mat this way, and then I could get the two cuts right away. So I'm going to align this bottom folded edge on a line as best I can, and hopefully the top is as well. This is just going to be in good enough territory, I think. All right, just to make sure I have all of this covering a line. Okay, I think we're good. All right, I'm going to cut 2 pieces that are 11.5 inches, and then I am going to set them aside for a sec. We'll cross cut them to 11.5 inches. I should be able to get 5 out of each of these comfortably. And then I still need to get another 2 out of what's left, and I think I have a plan for that. So, all right, let's get the cutting glove. Getting a little ahead of myself. My brain is trying to keep track of it all. But let's just go little by little by little by little by little. Ooh, Sylvia, 112 degrees. That's a toasty. That is insanely crazy. Oh, Gretchen says your creative back is a sweet quilt in itself. So that's what I love about playing around with these backs. We always kind of end up with something that legitimately could be a quilt itself. So I love that you can, it's like double-sided, you know? It's like reversible. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and a half. Okay, this always freaks me out, so I'm going to count again. I am going to have to shimmy this over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and a half. Okay. This is the first bit. Okay, so I'm going to gently kind of set this aside. Okay, and I'm going to shimmy all this down and hopefully not lose my nice edge I just cut. Not as much fit on that ruler as I thought. Ugh. Okay, so I'm going to, or the cutting mat, I'm going to just try and fold all this so it's nice too. Which might be easier said than done. Ugh, okay. I think we're still in okay territory. At worst, it'll be a hair wiggly, but this whole thing's going to be a little goofy, so we'll be able to maneuver a little bit, I think. All right, we're just going to go for it. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. The reason I went the tall way, it would have been easier to just cut these the short way, but I wanted to do the tall way to preserve the most fabric, and I think the blocks, they're going to have more variety cutting vertical than it would have the horizontal, because those were kind of our original rows. This is going to have more dimension in it, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and a half. Okay, got it. Okay, so that's my second. Ugh, I got a weird edge on that already, but we'll be okay. All right, so let's deal with the rest of this first. I'm going to need to be able to get 2 out of here. And how I was going to do that, I don't have enough to go to this direction anymore, so I'm going to have to go up 2. So that's, what, 23 inches worth? So that's about my whole sheet here. This is 24 inches, so if I just go 1 extra, like 1 inch extra, because I don't think, I got to cut like a nice edge here. So I'm going to just go to 24 inches. I should do the other way, I suppose. Then I can put my ruler on the actual mat. So I'm going to cut 24 inches. And we'll cut the 2 11-piece inches out of that, and I'll have like a couple little bits left over. And then we will have this nice big chunk here left over. So that's what I wanted to kind of keep, like a nice big piece. I don't know why, but we'll use it for something, right? Actually, I'm not even gonna worry about this being perfect. Let's just fold this up a hair. Doesn't all fit on this mat. I know I have enough because I'm doing 24 inches instead of 23. Let's just get it on the line there and get her. So I'm going to fold this in half, get my 11 inches, and then we'll cross off, or cross cut the two that I need, 11 and a half inches, I mean. Then we'll cross cut the other ones. All right, this is feeling easier than it was in my head. All right, which is great. So, all right, this piece I'm now going to fold this way, and we'll cut the 11 inches, and then we'll cut 11 inches again, I think. Or we'll clean it up and cut 11 inches, and then do the same thing on that side. So that's this piece. Now this is our extra piece. So we have a nice kind of big chunk here yet. Actually, you could fold this in half. Just kind of brainstorming now. This could be a really cute tote bag, like a really kind of big tote bag. We could put a lining in it, maybe even some stabilizer, but that would be, like if we lost, some of this edge, it wouldn't be as wide. Could be pretty cute, I don't know. This is also the size, it would be a decent throw pillow. I like making the bags, I use those a lot. Ooh, now I want to do this into a bag. Look how cute, it's bright and crazy. All right, anyway, we got a nice big chunk of fabric. I mean, this could end up, this would be a baby quilt size too, really, with a big border or something. I don't know. Anyway, I like it. All right, so that's just a beautiful little scrap for something else. We're going to actually have some more scraps out of this too. All right, let's just clean up the two sides, and then I will, I'm using my mat to measure. I know that's not always great. It's better to use the rulers, but I'm not being picky here tonight. Let's just get her done. Okay, so I'm going to trim. Okay, and then let's do our 11 and a half inches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and a half. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Feel free to laugh at me that I have to count this a zillion times, but that's how it is. All right, so we have, this is a nice size piece too. Oh, we got a little extra bit there. So yeah, I mean, another big chunk that we can use for something. Maybe these are just the beginning of a larger improv quilt. I mean, I like making those. This is like we got a couple pieces done for it already. All right, I'm going to shimmy this up a tish just so it's got all the edges covered. I think that looks good. All right, so this is where I'm going to get the two. Okay. Out of here, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and a half. These are pretty wobbly blocks because we made them pretty wobbly. So they'll probably stretch a little. We'll have to, this is sewing these, when we sew them to the other pieces, we'll have to use our other pieces as the go-to size, so we'll have to just kind of do that thing where we like pin all along it, so these bigger pieces end up being the right size, basically. Okay. Cut this little chunk off. There we go, our little kind of extra bit of an inch there. I think we got a little stray piece here. I'm just going to cut that off. That was a block from the other side. There we go. All right. Oh, I was thinking we were done, but we only have 2. We have to cross-cut all the other ones, but let's just see what they look like. Ooh, fun. So here's what our new kind of crazy blocks are going to look like, and they're all going to be different. And if some are close, we could just rotate them, and they'd look totally different. Here's the second one. Fun. So those are going to be kind of angled, you know, however we want. Maybe like so. And then the different pieces will go, the solid colored ones, or the less busy ones, the non-piece ones will go other places. But fun! Okay, so 2 out of the 12 there. And then here we'll work on these. All right. Let's scooch these. So let's cross-cut them. Okay, well, they're kind of together here, but I know that I don't have a whole lot. Well, like, I think I have 2 inches that I can play with, but that's it. This was 57 inches long, and I'm using 55 inches of it, so I think this is working. I'm just going to, I'm lining up the edges, basically. We'll trim this edge, and then I'll cross-cut the 2, and then we'll have to do the last one separately. Okay. I think we'll go all the way to the edge here, and I should be able to get both. Are we over the edge? Just about. All right, let's do it. Theoretically, I could stack the other one on top of this, but they're all so wiggly, and if it was just normal flat fabric, I'd probably do that, stack the other row on here and do them together, but let's just do them separately. Oh, lots of little weird pieces. Okay, so 11.5 again. Theoretically, that's right here where it says 11.5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.5. All right. We'll have these little slivers on here because we're going to lose this 1/4 inch seam allowance, and we're just going to have like an 1/8 inch left of some of this fabric. Okay, that's 2. Now let's just keep going down here. Should get us to 23 theoretically. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.5. Okay. Oh, Kimberly. Nice to see you pop in. All right, I'm going to snip again some of these little bits that came from the other block that are still kind of sewn into seam allowances. So that one just came out. All right, so we got 1. This one should give us another one as well. Yeah. But let's see. Ooh, this one's cute. Look, we kind of got these guys framed in the middle. Ooh, I like that one. We got this one. And this feller, he's looking cute. I like that we can rotate and move these around again a little bit more than what it was in the quilt. There, he can just come out. All right. So those are 4. Let's add these 2 to it. 5, 6. Yes. And so 4 of these are going to be the corner. Ooh, this is looking awkward. Again, these will be stretchy. Oh, that's like right at 11.5. Hold on, this one's looking crazy. It's just because these are so wiggly when we cut them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.5. I think we just barely got it on this one. Might have to stretch it just a hair. Yeah, just barely. We'll just trim this little edge off. There, I think that'll do. Close enough to an 11-inch square. All right. Ooh, this has got like some fun little slivers happening in there. Oh yeah, so there's going to be 4 blocks that are of these that are the corners. I decided why not? Let's add them at the corners. But it's going to be going off the edge a little because remember this is the back still. We're going to be more worried about the front. So when I sandwich the 3 together, I'm going to do my best to get those corner squares lined up nicely. They are bigger, so the corner squares, I'm making the back of the quilt about 6 inches bigger all the way around, so 3 inches on all the sides. So these 11-inch blocks are actually going to end up being like 7 inches, so the corner squares will be smaller than these other squares, but they're going to start out the same size, if that makes sense. So I don't know. We'll see how that looks, I guess. Okay, let's shimmy these back. I didn't have a lot of leeway on that last one, so this is actually a pretty nice looking edge. I don't think I'm even going to trim that. That looks good. Let's just get that all the way on the end there. Looks good enough. All right, some 11 and a half inches coming up. Okay, 11 and a half. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and a half. All right. Those 2. Now the 23-inch mark. Getting a little wobbly down here. I think I'm going to correct that a little there. Yeah, just up. Like I said, these are not going to be the most perfectly square things ever. Theoretically, I could press them out really well again now and recut them, but I'm not going to do that. We're just going to try and ease them into the other shapes. 11 and a half. Okay, let's add those 4 to our stack, peek at them, and then I'll cut that last one. Fun. I think these are going to look nicer once we get that white in and the teal in. It's going to hopefully all come together. We'll see. Too late to go back now. Can't glue these back together. I suppose you could sew them back together. That'd be another way to add another level of chopping it up to it. But I think I'm done with chopping it up. I'm ready to just make the thing. Okay, just a little bit to cut off here. We'll go like so. Cut a smidgen off. All right, that's our last block here. That one's pretty fun. A lot going on with that one. Those middle ones are the ones where we had those little 1.5 inch pieces that we put together there. That's why we got those kind of fun slivers in there. But cool. All right, we got 12 blocks here. So I think. Yeah, Marie, you're right. Marie says you're going to have to name this the Crazy Granny Square Quilt, that's for sure. Yeah, this is sort of some wacky piecing here. All right. These fellers colors are done. I don't even think I'm going to go press them or anything. We're going to just leave them as is. They're going to be a little wonky size-wise just because there are so many seams and stuff, and I didn't do a perfect job at sewing them either, so they're going to be wonky. So I'm going to cut the rest of the pieces and focus on getting those cut just right, because then I can use those as my measurement guide. So let's just see what else we need. I do my little kind of Kleenex here of notes. So, all right, we have the 12 color. Let's check for sure. This should be 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right. I call these ones the color ones because they're all full of color. Then I want one red, which I don't even know if I have yet. So we're gonna take the scrap bin where I have all the scraps from this quilt. I'm gonna take that out. 4 white, so the 4 white will be going around the red. Then these color ones, 8 will be going around the white, and then we just have we have how many? 12 blue, so 3 in each corner. The blue is the teal, and that'll be our inner bit. And then I need to cut long strips for this border, and I need them to be 55 inches long, but a width of fabric is only 40 inches or so. So we're gonna have to actually piece these together. And I haven't figured out that math yet, but I figured we wouldn't get that far today, so that's tomorrow math. All right, let me grab the bin here and let's assess the situation. So okay, so the teal. Oof, man, I'm gonna sneeze from all these fuzzles. This is the teal. So I don't even know if I have enough for everything that I need, but you know what, if I don't, I was just thinking I have some of these other blues. We could piece together this border if I run out. That'd be kind of cool too. All right, so teal, this is gonna be the main color. This is also the main color of the front. Look at all this fun fabric in here yet. Ugh, it's all so fun. All right, so here's the whites, and okay, I'm already seeing that I don't have, this is the rest of the pink right here. So I don't have the pink for the middle. So let's pick something else. We'll pick something from here that we could have for this middle instead. And maybe that's fine. We got a lot of red happening in these blocks, so maybe it would be too much focus on the middle here. All right, these are our whites. So I need 4. Kind of want to do them all the same, and I'm kind of leaning towards this. I think I have a lot more on this little bit. Okay, so let's do this. Oh gosh, look at these two together. Aren't these the sweetest 2 colors together? Oh my gosh, with the little green and this teal. Ugh. All right, love it. All right, so this will be our 4 squares here. This will be our entire outside area. So we need to pick one for that center. One of these greens maybe? And it has to be big enough, so if it's this, for example. Oh yeah, we have 11 and a half inches in there, I think. That's a contender. Let's take that out. Ooh, that'd be cute. So it would go green. So it would look like this. It'd be if we go with this, it'd be green, then that'd be surrounded by this white, and then that'd be surrounded by this color, or our crazy one, and then the teal. Ah, this is starting to bring it back together. I'm liking it. And okay, so let's see what else we got here. We got, this would be big, ooh, this is not big enough, so this would have to be pieced. Let's see if we can get it with just one piece of fabric here. So it could be this dark green. So this was that other, ooh, this isn't wide enough either. So this has to be pieced too, so I'm not gonna go with that. I just want it to look like one square. Okay, these are all too small. I mean, we might have to do this one. Otherwise we got some blues. We have this, but I think this is just a little too much. Like, I feel like we're getting this feel with this stuff. So I think I want a moment of calm. Okay, this looks like we have plenty. So we could go with that. And this is our last one that it looks like we have enough. So we could do the letters, which is pretty cute too. Here's, it's got letter dots. It's kind of fun. Kind of like the letter dots too. It's kind of sweet. I mean, a lot of this fabric is like little cute animals and stuff, so the letters look cute. And I love like this color combo together. They're so similar, but I think they're really fun. Okay, kind of like that. Here are the dots, but I think I like this blue a little bit better. All right, I think I'm liking this. I like this pop of blue. I think it's a really pretty blue. It brings, it kind of refers back to this, but it gets to be its own pattern. I think we're gonna go like this. Let me know what you think. I think we're good here though. I'm gonna go with this. And look at all this extra still. Can make whole piles of stuff with all these scraps yet. All right, I like it. So I'm gonna actually leave this bin open next to me because I'll be tossing all this back in it as I cut. So, all right, I'm going to get this guy done first because then it's out of the way. We'll just kind of go in order here, I think. Whew, okay. I'm just going to stand up all night here tonight, I think. I cut standing up. I don't know about you guys. I just feel way safer cutting when I'm like directly over my board than like sideways. I can't do that. I feel like it's, I don't know, feels dangerous to me. All right, I'm gonna press these though, because these are the ones that we want real nice and measured. I might actually get my square out too. My square ruler has 11.5 inches sort of on there. That's still got to go on my list of things. Whew, it's a nice chunk of fabric yet. All right, let's just, I guess, pick an area. So we'll just go right here. Ooh, this is pretty. Okay, yeah, I'm happy with this decision here. So we'll just cut like one corner. Ooh, it looks good with like the denim. It looks nice next to our green cutting mat. Looks nice on the white. This blue's just looking good on everything right now. Oh, your table is too high to comfortably cut, Gretchen. Yeah, that's a big trick. You know what? I feel like that with a kitchen height table for like chopping vegetables and stuff. I'm like, man, I need to be higher on top of this. I feel like that's a goofy thing. All right, well, that looks decent. Okay, so I'm gonna lay this out like so. Ugh, so much bulk everywhere though, that's annoying. Okay, now we're gonna use just the ruler. So I'm going to just cut a nice edge here first, and then I'll rotate it and cut the other little piece. So we're kind of like just cutting just what we need out of here, not strips and then cross-cutting. All right, glove and cutter. Where did they go? Probably under here. Yep, of course. All right. So we'll cut those two edges, and then I'll rotate and cut the other two. Oh, Marie says, love the polka dots. Yeah, I think this color, I think it's going to look so pretty with everything else that we're doing, so I'm happy with it. I don't think I need to fussy cut these anyway. I'm just trying to cut straight. So this is like a 12.5 inch square ruler, so this'll work. I'm just, oops, sorry. Hit my head. Ugh, I am off. There we go. Not the best angle to cut. I'm just going to shimmy that selvage off to make it easier. Same with down here. Let's just snip that off. All right. Now let's rotate this whole puppy. Okay. Now I'm gonna just I'm gonna move the ruler down to the 11.5-inch line. The problem is this ruler doesn't have lines on the rest of it, so annoying. All right, so I'm gonna line it on my mat here. Then I know it'll be square. Gotta get me new rulers yet. I know I say that all the time. New square, big square ruler like that. That'd be, with actual lines on it, that'd be handy. I just picked this up ages and ages ago. It's meant specifically to do a certain design, so that's why it doesn't have all the other lines on, but man, it does not work well as a ruler. Oh, I could go the halfway though. There's a half, this side is a 1/2 inch, so I could just go on the 11 solid line. Let's do that. Okay, good. Now she's getting it. All right, so we got the 11 and then the half. Should be right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and a half. Excellent. Great. All right, let's give that a cut. Actually, let's angle this so I can get both cuts. I can kind of get one this way and then get one the other way. How are we looking? Good? All right. We'll cut all the other ones a bit different than this one, but we just need one of these, so we're kind of being fussy with it. Ooh, this is a really awkward angle again. I'm used to doing that with smaller pieces, not big pieces like that. Did I get it all? Yep. Okay, great. So we are done with this fabric. Still a beautiful chunk left. Cute. All right, that piece is done. There, so that's our nice, perfectly 11.5-inch piece. I'm going to add that to our stack and bring this up instead. Okay. What do we got here? Oh, Jennifer says I put support things under my table to make the legs higher. Oh. Under the table legs to make it higher. Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, I mean, if you're doing tons of cutting, like this is a pretty good height for me for cutting, but I got lots of other stuff here, so it's difficult, like with the, machine and the iron and all that here. But I think my mom has like a more of a counter height one, and I find that difficult. Like I have to cut like bent like this. I'd much rather go like a lower table and straight down. Okay, how many? We need 4 of these. They are 11.5 inches. Ooh, it's almost width of fabric. No, 44, 45, 46. Ugh. It's not the width of fabric. It's too wide yet. So, all right. That means we can get 3. Is this even like folded like a bolt? Let's ask ourselves that first. Yes. Okay, it is. So I can probably get 3 out of 1 cut, and then I'll have to get another. Ooh, this might be enough. Oh, I might have enough excess crazy on the side here for another 11-inch. Oh, perfect. So let's just make sure I have enough. All right, so like right there. So I'll just make my first cut. I'm going to cut right off the bolt, I think, for this, but I'll just start farther over, and then I'll have enough of a piece right here. That'd be good. Yeah, so I'll have 3 and then 1 more, and then we'll have a nice clean bolt again, too. That's always fun. All right. Theoretically, this should be pressed, too. I could do that. I could press it. I should press it. I'm not going to press right on the... Well, one of my pieces is going to be on the fold, so I'm going to have to press that by itself after, but let's just see. I guess I would only need to press like this much. So you know what? I think I'm going to do that while it's still on the fold here. Let's just do what we can here, because this is where I wanted it to be nice and perfect, but it's not going to be perfect if it's not really pressed. So let's just do that. But again, I'm going to leave it folded for now. And we'll have to work on that last cut after. Fuzzles all over. Oh, I'm so happy to be using some of this fabric again. Fun! This is all old penguin and fish fabric when I was making fabric. That'd be kind of fun to do again. That's about as far over as we'll go, but let's press the rest of this too. Or actually, I don't need the rest of it. I just need this kind of this lower area that we're going to cut. Yeah, we'll go there. Over for that last little piece. Fun! It's a little goopy down here, but that's fine. We don't have to deal with that fold there. Okay. Sheets off. Let's get the cutting board back. And let's just double check how far over I need to be for that 11 inches again. Okay, so at least like right here. Okay, so by this, a little past this little line here, let's do that. So I'm gonna go align this on, lining the fold on the bottom here, so that when we unfold it, it should be pretty square. All right, one last check. Plenty. All right, we're gonna cut right there. So 11 and a half inches. This we can cross cut to get 3. We'll have extra too. Couldn't quite get 4 with the fabric here. All right. Okay. Whew, did it. All right. So now I'm going to just measure the 11 inches right away. Fabric's in the way. I'm just going to go right on top of it. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and the half. Let's do it. Whew. All right, it's always scary doing that cutting. This guy, this bolt over here is done. Got plenty on there for more projects. Okay, and it's nice and clean now because we cut off all the scruff. While I have this here, I'm going to just cross cut it. Actually, let's just rotate it right on the mat like this. Go right on top of these for now. Okay, so let's cut off that selvage. Yeah. I think we'll be fine if we go. Yeah, I think we might go here. Whoa, excuse me, man. All the fuzzles getting to me. Like I said, right when I opened that bin of fabric, I was just like, whoa. Okay, yeah, I gotta go a little further over. We're gonna just go on the inch here. Okay. So 11 and a half. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and a half. That'll do. Okay, so that should be 2. I'm going to just get them nice right away. So they're all right side up. So 1, 2. And then this one I'll just unfold. And we'll get the 3 out of here. Actually, you know what? Now's the time that we should press this. So we can get rid of that fold right in the middle. There we are. So a nice big chunk here left too. Great. Ooh, I am starting to get sweaty from all this ironing, and I think I'm a little overdressed yet. It was cooler out today, and I don't know, I was in the middle of cool and warm all day today. Okay, 11 and a half. Nice big chunk here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and at that half. Okay, scrap. Nice looking scrap. Now we gotta kind of fussy cut that. Not really fussy cut, but just cut that 1 out of here somehow. So let's open it up. I suppose we could have gotten up there too, it looks like, but this is the piece that we kind of ironed. Let's cut it with the square. I think this is probably all we're going to get done tonight, so we'll work on the teal tomorrow. We got 12 pieces of teal plus those borders, which we're going to need to piece together as well. So there's some thinking about that to do. So we'll get to that. Where's my half one? It's this one here. There, 11 and a half and 11 and a half is about there. Let's trim. I think I'm just going to go straight up, get rid of the excess right away. Got that nice square edge there, so let's rotate this, get it on the 11s, 11 and a half. There we are. So I want to lay this out a little bit on the table here though, so we can get a sense of what we're making here. One of those big rotating mats would work well here, but I don't think my space is big enough for it. Okay, good. So that is our last piece. Let's just get all this out of the way so I can lay this out. Let's fold up a weird little chunk that we have here yet, but plenty of fabric for other stuff. This fabric just lasts forever. Never make it through it all. All right, those are some decent pieces. Get the scraps out of the way, and let's try and kind of lay this out here a little bit. So I'm going to grab all of these again. My little rules sheet here. Actually, I'm going to leave all these down here. Okay, so the blue would be in the middle. Ooh, actually, let's just maybe design this bottom corner since this is so, well, let's get higher. We could do that first. Okay, maybe we can see a little bit more now. Okay, so I'm still gonna go, just put it in the bottom corner, but this would wrap all the way around. So it would be the blue, and then we would have the white would surround it like so, like there and there, and then the colorful ones would go on the outside of that, so it would be like, one would go here, we'd have one right here, here, and then it would actually come down the other side, so I know we can't see that quite well here, but it would go like there. Another white one would go here, and then the teal would hang out in the back. So it would be there and there, and it'd also be up there. So this is kind of the spread out. Let's do this again. I'm gonna do it in the middle here a little bit more. We won't be able to see the teal, but I think we'll get a sense of this a little bit more. So that would go there. One of the other white ones would go here. And yeah, this would just kind of wrap around. So that's the deal. And then we just got to get all those teal ones completed. But we have all of these guys ready to go. So we're well on our way. I think it's gonna look real nice here. All right, so it's coming together. I feel like I'm starting to see it now a little bit more. And it really reflects the front of this quilt now. But it's still, I think, playful and has some of that scrappy feel that I like in the back. I like using parts of the quilt from the front and the back, so I think we're still getting that. So I think it's good. Yep, Lana, yes, they are all 11.5 inches. So I'm going to have borders around this whole thing. So the teal will fill in the rest of this square, but then I'm going to go all the way around with teal, another like 11.5 inches of teal, and then those will have 4 corners of this guy as well. So there's 12 of those total. There's 8 within the piece, and then like 4 corners. So it'll end up being like 76 inches or so, 77 inches about, and then we'll actually be losing 3 of those inches on all 4 sides. Because the final quilt is 71 inches, the front. So we'll end up with like 7-inch corners these will be cut down to 7 inches in the end. So, all right, I like it. I'm digging it here. It's coming together for sure. We'll cut the blue, everything we need for the blue tomorrow. Yeah. And then I think we're at the stage that we can just be sewing this together then. We just have to piece together, but it's all available already for us, so that'll be fun. That'll be the next month. We'll work on that again. So great, you guys. Yeah, I think this, Marie says, I like your plan. It really ties the front and back together. Yeah, I think it's finally feeling a little bit more cohesive. I was missing a little bit of that with the back, I think. But yeah, all right. So I will see you tomorrow. We'll finish prepping this to be sewn, I guess. Really just cutting a whole pile of more pieces. Maybe we'll even assemble our 51 and a half 55 and a half inches, I think we needed them to be. I'll have to look that up again. But yeah, so that'll be, we need 4 of those, but we have to piece those together, so we have to decide how we'll do that. Maybe we'll have time for that too. That'd be great to get all that done. Ooh, then we only have to piece. That'd be awesome. Okay, so thanks again, everyone, and I will see you tomorrow. Have a great evening. Good night.